Okay, y'all, I'm back in Divinely Grateful Risings. Child, let me pull in here real quick because I want to talk to y'all real quick about something. Oh, we got good light right here for a second. This ain't going to be long, but I wanted to talk to y'all about this real quick. So, was out spending some time with my daughter and just having a good time today. But I'm gonna talk about something, and this is on my spiritual, so I'm gonna say it because it's no holds barred insofar as this is my platform, so I can talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, let me say this. One thing for certain, two things for sure. In this experience of life, how do I even want to say that? Okay, so this is the best way I can say it, because I should have probably titled it that way, huh? How do I want to phrase this? When you have, come on, 111, we'll just say it. When you have gifts, when you have gifts, be very mindful of, I guess I could say, invading people's privacy is the best way that I can say it, or how I would put that, how I would phrase it, term it. One of the things that I learned very on is that, and this is just in everyday life, I think, for anyone, we don't give what is not asked for. Does that make sense? If you're in conversation, or if you're dealing with people, or just in general, be very mindful. In my opinion, the best way I can say it is be very mindful of, if I don't, gosh, I don't know how else to say it besides invasion of privacy. For me, I don't use my gifts unless a person asks me to do that. Does that make sense? Because this is the thing, y'all. I'm not the kind of person, I'm not the kind of spiritualist, or whatever you want to call it, where if you don't ask me for something, I'm not going to give it to you. If you don't ask me, let's say, if you don't ask me for coaching, or if you don't come on my lives, or if you don't ask me for a reading, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to just be like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Or I hope it don't sound weird. This may sound a little scattered and all over the place, but I am who I am, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm not the type of, I'm not the type of person that if I meet you out anywhere, if I'm just having dinner or whatever, I'm not like, click, turn on my gifts and let me give you a reading right then. I don't just walk up, or I don't just be like, oh, let me, do a reading for you. Like, I'm just not like that, because I went, like today, I was spending time with my daughter. And I'm spending time with my daughter. That's not to say that I'm not tapped in with spirit. That's not to say that that I'm not communicating with them. But for me, and it could be different for everyone. For me, I try to, when I'm doing things, I try to turn that frequency off. I'm not always on go. I'm not always like, oh my God, let me be in touch with spirit 24/7, because this is the thing, y'all. It can be, for me, and this is just my opinion, people feel how they want to feel. This is what I feel. I'm not on like that all the time, because to me, I feel like that'll kind of run you crazy. But so I choose when to communicate, when not to communicate. Sometimes I just have to not be talking to Spirit Nib and just be myself and be in my own head, and not be tapped in. Today was a perfect example of that, y'all. I was literally just in spend time with my daughter mode, not in spirit near mode, not chopping it up with it. Literally was just you know, me spending time with my daughter. And so maybe everyone is not like that. Maybe some people are on all the time, but I don't meet random people. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? I'll meet people and you can pick up on energy. You can pick up on a vibe. But I'm just going to say, be mindful of, I don't know how to, be mindful of people, of just making sure that you have your time where you're taking time off. It is not a custom for me to meet people and immediately go into let me read you mode. I think that is an invasion of privacy. I think that if I don't ask for it, if you don't ask me for it, then I think that I think that's not, I don't want to say immoral, but I feel like if you don't ask, don't give it, is the way that I kind of feel about that. I hope this is making sense. It may be a little all over the place, but the moral of this story, the morals of this story is, when I'm spending time with my children, when I'm doing things that are not spirit related per se, I'm just doing that. And when I meet people, I don't, whether it's a gift I have or not, like, I'm just not on that type of time. And I think that I just don't think it's right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's right. If you ask me, then if you ask me, then I'll give it. But if I don't ask you for it, then don't do it, because then that's an invasion of privacy. That is not respecting someone's boundaries. Not to say that I'm walking around with my guard down or anything like that, but I had to just look at, and I can be honest about this because I'm very transparent, y'all. Like, I'm very transparent. I don't think that is something that anyone with gifts should do. Okay. I just don't. I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? If I don't ask, don't give it, because that's not something that I would, you know what I'm saying, do with, man, that is so weird. Huh. That's two, huh? Anyway, I hope this made sense. But again, the thing about it is, more and more and more things are, again, I'm not gonna ever sit up here and say, like, I know everything about, I don't. But as more time goes on, as more things happen, I'm really realizing, you know, I'm really understanding why Spirit and them, Padre God, show me the things that they show me in the way that they show me, and just to make sure that I'm staying in alignment with what he's asking me to do, making sure that I'm not stepping outside, trying to pretend to be more than, nope, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here. I'm only here to do the part of what he has me to do. I'm not here to try to do a whole lot of things. Everybody has their roles and their responsibilities, and I know mine. I know what Padre God has talked to me about. I know what Spirit them talked to me about. I'm not trying to take responsibility for doing everything, because we all have our gifts and our things that we're supposed to do along this journey. So very interesting day. Again, moral of the story, be mindful. Be mindful of, you know, respecting people's boundaries, because that's the best way that I can put it. And I may even record this in a completely different way. Be mindful of respecting people's boundaries, because having these gifts and having Padre God trust us to be able to give guidance in whatever way he tasks us to do it, it is just that. It is a gift. It is a gift and something that he's given to us. And I'm happy for my gifts. I don't have them all, and I don't know what else he's going to have me to do. But just make sure that in the process of using your gifts and how you know what I'm saying, the gifts that he's given you, that you still make sure that you respect people's boundaries, that you remain moral and ethical with the gifts. Thank y'all, the gifts that he's giving you, because I feel like that's really important, right? Don't abuse the gifts just because you have them. Make sure you're respecting people, respecting their boundaries, just like you would want your boundaries to be respected, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody. It may be a little scattered, I don't know, but nonetheless, love y'all in real life. Just remember to, if you have gifts and you are gifted in whatever your gift is, respect people's boundaries, stay ethical, stay moral in all situations, and don't abuse them, okay, with anyone, for any reason, okay? Love y'all in real life. Bye, y'all.